Hello everyone, this is Miss Maggie T with Sutri Seconds. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button so you won't miss another post from me. But definitely want to go ahead and get into another installment of Ask Miss Maggie T. And I appreciate all the questions that are coming in. It's great questions actually, so it's giving me a lot to talk about, so keep them coming. Definitely keep them coming. I want to answer everything that you guys are sending to me because I appreciate it, definitely. Now, my next question is, let me go ahead and get that up. My spouse is bisexual and I'm insecure about it. How do I gain confidence in the future of our marriage? How do I maintain security in her commitment to our union? So, good question. And my question to that person would be, what is what is it that causes the insecurity? People can be very confident and open about their sexuality, and could be recognized as, someone bisexual or etc. It's basically the maturity of both adults to understand that even though there might be, different preferences at some point, the true matter is, how is that person reacting to that? Basically, are they giving you a reason to feel insecure? Let's say you are with somebody that, of course, recognize themselves as liking the same sex. Okay. Now, are they out there dealing with that? Are they messing around with that person without your knowledge? What is it that is causing you the insecurity? Is it the fact that they are interested in someone outside of you that's different from you, that makes you feel like there's some threat there? There's a lot of questions about that. Now, if this person is just being open to you about their sexuality and just wants you to be in the know of things, but they're not necessarily out there dating and looking for that same sex partner, then there shouldn't be anything you should worry about. They just want to be open and honest with you about what their preferences were at the time. So they may just find someone attractive, but it all comes down to the act, Now, if your partner is very loyal to you, then you shouldn't have to worry about it. It's always about open and honesty. You got to have that open dialogue, and you have to ask those uncomfortable questions, So, okay, so you like a woman. All right. So what does that mean? Are you, do you want to get out there and date other people along in a relationship? So causing that to be one of those open type of situations, open relationships. Some couples understands that wife or husband likes to have another partner in the room. There are couples that, like I said, are open, but they're including that person within their relationship. The only problem with that is not all parties are on the same page when it comes to, that sexual act. Now that's traditional, bringing a third party into the relationship, and it's just for the sake of a good time. And half the time, if it's not established from the beginning, all the rules, when it comes down to getting it in with that third party, it causes issues because, there are insecurities between somebody, and, just off, experience alone, it's never a good idea at the end of the day, because somebody is always in their feelings about things. So not everybody is about that life. I'm just going to say it like that. People always say, oh yeah, threesomes, this and that. But are you really ready to bring that into your relationship? Especially if you don't have a solid stand in your own relationship. There, you're only doing it because there is some shakiness to your relationship, and you thinking, oh, let's bring somebody else in to spark up the relationship. No. And half the time, the person that's accepting it is not really willing to do it. They just are going with it because they think that's how they're going to save their relationship. It's never a good reason to go into something, Now, there are couples that, identify as being poly. And, and a lot of times people get it misunderstood what poly relationships are. Now, it might be 3 people involved, but all three parties may not even, physically interact with one another. So it might just be separate dates. Let's say, for instance, the male, he takes his one wife out, he takes the other lady out. I've seen a couple that's doing very successfully with that setup. So they're not involved. The women are not involved with each other at all, but they have that mutual respect that they share the same man. And it looks like everyone is equally happy. But of course, that's on surface. So we don't know the true things behind all of that. But that's a poly relationship. And I definitely like that arrangement. But that's if you get with a partner that's understanding and open to that. So if you're with somebody that's not cool with that, I know that you can make sacrifices for things, but that is more of, that's a relationship changer. And somebody might just be traditional, to one woman, one man. You can't force that on somebody. So if they're not cool with it, then you might need to make the decision if this is the relationship for you, that's just the bottom line, especially back into the bisexuality. Is your partner okay with that? And are you willing to accept if that partner is not okay? If you just have to get out there and venture and you feel like someone's holding you back, then that's the relationship you don't need to be in, because what's going to cause you to sneak around. And then, of course, that partner finds out about it, and then it's a devastation. It's, betrayal, especially in marriage. Honor your husband, honor your wife, loyalty, all that good stuff. So why not just be open and honest about yourself and go get some therapy? Definitely get some help. Because some people that are bisexual, not all of them are born into that. It's a very sensitive topic, so we're not going to go too deep into that. But some people have some traumatic things that may have happened to them that may cause them to say, hey, I like the same sex. And it could be just a curiosity at that point. It may not be where they're fully into that, and they just are curious and just want to get out there, and maybe they think they like it. And then, of course, they get into it and they realize, you know what? I don't know. This is not for me, So there's people that's curious, and there's people that are actually attracted to the opposite sex and really would be in a relationship, not opposite sex, same sex, and really would want to be in a relationship with somebody. So as far as the original question, let's go back to it. How do you maintain security in the commitment of the union? It's basically what it is. You put it out on the table. Hey, I like this, but I want to be with you. Be open and honest about that. And if you are truly saying that, and mean it, don't tell somebody for them to feel good about themselves, but you're still out there messing around, if you will. You can't have that. You have to honor your relationship. And of course, be real. Now, if you come across something, let's say, alcohol or some type of influence, and you so happen to, mess up there, then you have to take on those challenges when that comes. You got to be open with your spouse and say, hey, babe, I kind of got into a situation with a friend of mine, and, this, that, and the other happened. Now, that doesn't mean subject to divorce or a relationship is ending, but it might mess up the trust in that relationship, so you're going to have to rebuild that. So someone being bisexual is not an ending to a relationship. Now, they may look at the woman with you, as, something fun to do, but it's the act that makes the huge difference here. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very sensitive topic, but there shouldn't be no reason to be insecure if your woman or man is there with you every day. And, especially sexually, if you guys have a chemistry and a romance, things are not going to be missed anyway. If you're taking care of home in the first place, that person is not out there looking for something more, because you are providing that for them and they are providing that for you. So If you're insecure, talk to your spouse, talk to your, the person in your relationship and ask them, hey, do you truly want to be with me? And are you happy with just being with me? Now, security comes through also if you're okay with, all right, I understand, where my partner is with it, but I'm okay with them going out and, having some fun, as long as it's clean, non-attached fun, like having a girlfriend on the side type of situation. And that's what it is. But that's another topic that I will definitely explore on a future episode that will require a lot more conversation and dialogue on this. So at the end of this, video, let me know if you want to hear more about this. I will definitely have an episode on it, and leave me some feedback about that. If you're going through it with somebody that's bisexual and going through a, sexual crises and they don't know how to recognize it, then you guys need to have that conversation. It's like, what is it that you truly want? Because they need to figure it out, because that confusion will cause more problems in that relationship, especially if they're trying to say they're committed to you, but it's like, well, I don't know, so all right, and that's all I got for you guys. I hope that answered your question a little bit, but I can go into more details about it later. I appreciate you guys. Go ahead and hit the subscribe. I'm really trying to get to 1,000. It's been a while since I've been active on this channel, but I'm going to keep it going. So, all right. And I'm looking for a co-host, guest co-host, business people, personalities, whatever you want to get out there and recognize yourself as. I will interview you and we can join in some dialogue of some good topics as well. So highlight you first and then get to some good stuff, related to who you are. All right. Until the next time, this is Maggie T at Sutri Seconds. And I'm out, people. Peace.